Hi there. In this video we are going to be taking a look at these two light fixtures, or whatever they are actually called, that you install onto your wall, and they have a movement sensor to light them up, and they are LED powered and, weird enough, highly inefficient. I did not even notice this up until now. Maybe I wouldn't have bought them if I would have noticed it, but hey, too late now. I have them, so I'm using them. And they are from this brand, Hepol, the brand of quality, which I also bought from them this sensor. So they also build this thing, which I will link in the description. And it's a really weird product. Normally it's IP65 for the exterior, but they tell you in its instruction not to use it on the exterior. So it's a product that contradicts its own existence, which is weird. Anyway, hopefully this don't do the same thing and tell you that they don't create light, or not to use them for making light, although they are lights. So yeah, the model ST53A. Let's see. And again, extremely inefficient. Not sure how this is calculated. Maybe by the light output, and they use 10 watts. They are LED, but they output really poor light. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. They do have a time delay, so for how much they will stay on once they were triggered, and how much light needs to be in the room where you are installing them when they are triggered. So you can make them trigger only at night, or even during the day if you set it to full sun. So it depends on what you need. Okay, so all around the movement sensor 360 degrees, although I don't believe it, because look at this. This is only 180 below, so it cannot be 360 because the top is covered. If you come from here, it cannot detect you, but you cannot because you already have this. So yeah, that's that. And 140 degrees around here like this, which does make sense. Anyway, 9 meters, the maximum distance at 24 degrees. This is the height where you can install them. 10 watts, 4000 Kelvin. The color of the light that they output, the warmth of the light, which is maybe a bit higher than I would have liked for the inside of the house. I kind of prefer 3000 Kelvins, but yeah, it's not bad. Higher than I would have liked anyway. 760 lumens. Yes, and this might be the reason. At 10 watts, I think they should have produced more than this. So maybe this is the reason they are just an F. That's that. Anyway, for the stairs, this will power on quite rarely and stay a short amount of time. Okay, the color reproduction index bigger than 80. Good. Can set it from 10 seconds to 300 seconds max, and from 3 lux at night to 2000 lux at day. And the movement speed needs to be between 0.6 to 1.5 meters per second to be detected. This is the maximum humidity. If I have this, it means I have a flood inside my house, and it will not go there. IP54 protection, they will not get anything like that inside the house. And yeah, it's quite simple connection, line and neutral, and yep, live, or actually and neutral, and that's about it. So let's get inside this box. Okay, this is a weird brand. It contradicts itself with its products, honestly. So if we look at this thing, this is what you actually install on your wall, and then this, you see this lip right here. It actually latches in here. So you put this in, latches in there, then lower it, and you have a screw right here that goes through this hole and locks everything in place. And look at this, how well it is made. The whole thing with rubber molded directly into the plastic. That's, come on phone, focus, what are you doing? I don't get it anyway. Now it's focusing, I hope. Anyway, so rubber molded into this thing, even into the part that you install on the wall, the holes for the screws, the hole for the wires themselves, once again molded with rubber. So this is a thing of beauty, honestly. And all around here to seal on the inside of this when they are actually put together. So wow. And then you have a product that in theory is IP65, which is way worse made than this, which is IP54, and it's for the inside and this is for the outside. I don't get it anyway. But this thing, again, with this being matte, that you don't see the LEDs on the inside, it's quite heavy, so for sure it has decent cooling in the inside. The texture of it is nice, the finish is decent on the plastic itself. And yeah, this is a bit weird again. So you have these, which are clearly holes, and then you go to the trouble of doing all of this. Only makes sense if this is used for other products in their lineup as well, and they just didn't design a new one. The whole part from here to about here, maybe it's reused from other products, and then it makes sense that this is designed so well and this has holes in it. Anyway, and I also really like something. You see these tiny plastic thingies, bumps, those help you rotate this, and when you rotate this you actually expose time and light controls, which are awesome. And you see even the little rotating knobs have that right at my fingernail, and it has a physical limit in the plastic. You cannot over rotate it into any of these directions. So this is beautiful design in my opinion. And with this rotating thing and having this so easily accessible but being fully covered, I really like it. So I just love this light fixture, honestly. Yes, I know it's plastic and some will say, I don't care. I like to have this in my staircase. So yeah, that's about that. Product seems really good. Next, let's put it on the wall and hope for the best. Forgot to tell you, this also comes inside the box. And this product has a weird thing that we saw on this also. It's telling you not to use it where there is dust or water in the air. Yes, combustible I can understand, but dust and water in the air, it's IP54. That, why is it protected but I cannot use it where there's moisture or dust in the air? What? That doesn't make sense. Why is this like this? Anyway, I'm not using it like that. It's inside the house, it's not even in the bathroom, or, but yeah, whatever. Just wanted to show you this thing. Really weird. So that's that. Let's put it onto the wall. Getting ready to install this on the wall, and because you never find what the manufacturer intended where you need to install this thing, I needed to drill other holes, so I don't drill directly into wires with the pre-existing one, and I made other holes through which some cables will come, once coming into this one and once going to the next one, because they are daisy chain. in this staircase by the builder. So I'm not using that one, it wasn't in the proper position for me. Anyway, drilled these things, so let's put it on the wall. And I highly recommend you get one of these stepped drill bits. I think they are also called Christmas tree bits or something like that. When working with plastic, makes things much easier. About 1 year later, continuing the install. And 1 year because that's what happens when you are working on a house, checking to make sure we don't have voltage, although I disconnected all the fuses, but Big Tech to the rescue, make sure everything is fine. The wires are prepared, so a pair is bringing electricity and another one is taking it on the other side of the stairs to the second light. And our lights are prepared to have 4 wires inside of them, so that's perfect. Now it's just a matter of plugging in 2 red wires into live and 2 blue wires into neutral, and then tighten the little screw at the bottom, and then obviously adjust some intensity levels for the minimum light when this will trigger and the time it will stay on. Wires are perfectly connected. Now just put the plug back on that pin, hang this lip right in there and tighten the screw at the bottom through that hole, and this one of the lights is done. On the second one we will have only 1 red and 1 blue, so that will be done in a moment. Second one is connected, as you can see, only 2 wires this time. So we simply clip it back in place and tighten that screw below it, and then make some adjustments like we did on the other one. Well, second one is also installed, and now let's wait for it to get dark and see what we get. I set the adjustments about 1/3 for time. We will see how much that is, presumably a few minutes. And the sensitivity is at the same level, so about 1/3, or it was at max, so it worked in daylight. So I went almost to only work at night. We'll see if I like it. If not, I will play with them once again, but for now looking good, and hopefully they will also work well. Okay, so they are working perfectly with quite a short timer, so once you are up the stairs and at the end of them they will shut off. So that's basically perfect. They are doing exactly what I wanted them to do. One there and one here. And they might even turn off in a moment if I'm not moving, so you can see I'm continuously moving my hand so they don't shut off. Just a word of warning, when you have 2 of these lights, one on this wall and one on the other wall, in close proximity basically to each other, they might not light up properly, because if the top one lights up first when you are going down the stairs, the second one thinks, hey, it's day outside, I'm not going to turn on. If you set the level to turn on even when the other one is on, it might also turn on during the day. So they are not meant to be pointing at each other at, I don't know, 2 meters, actually not 2 meters, 3 meters distance or something like that between them. So yeah, and also they are not extremely good at detecting movement directly below them. So there's that also. But worst case, I'm gonna use them with a switch as simple lights. So I'm going to set the light to maximum, so basically I can turn them on even during day at any time, and set also the time to maximum. So yeah, I'm going to use a simple stairs switch for them if I cannot find a sweet spot. But yeah, last night I thought I found it, but then they started lighting up during the day also. So yeah, basically you can ask me in the comments if I'm able to really find a sweet spot to use them with the movement sensor on these stairs or not. But how I see it at the moment, I might not be able to do that, because again they are pointing at each other, and yeah, I cannot find a good way of fixing that. So that's about it for this video. The lights themselves are awesome, they look really nice, I like them, put out a really good amount of light, but sadly don't point them at each other, because the one that turns on first will prevent the other one from turning on, because the other one will think it's day outside. Yeah, so again, there's that. Hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.